When we overdo it, we stress the mind in ways where it can be difficult to recover. So ideally, how we kind of learn from a psychological perspective in climbing is through optimally challenging ourselves. Women are much more engaged. There's still this stereotype that men are supposed to be brave. So I think it's harder for men to kind of talk about their fear. So even though we get a lot of men do our courses, when it comes to the live calls or asking questions or sharing their experiences, I think they generally find it a little bit harder than the women overall, which is unfortunate. Is a sport that is psychologically demanding. And we, just in the same way that we can overload our muscles and cause an injury, we can overload our nervous system and create small injury, just as an analogy here, not like an actual injury, but, something that's analogous to a small injury, analogous to maybe like burnout of your physical system, or you can create a big injury that's analogous to like, I don't know, breaking your leg or something. And that would be like PTSD. So it is a spectrum, right? When we overdo it, we stress the mind in ways where it can be difficult to recover. So ideally, how we kind of learn from a psychological perspective in climbing is through optimally challenging ourselves. So you might have heard of exposure therapy, right? You gradually expose yourself to these things that you find scary. And a really like simple way of thinking about this is like with phobias. Like say you had a fear of spiders. You wouldn't like jump in a bath of spiders to get over your fear of spiders, right? Like that would totally freak you out. What you might do is you might like watch a TV show about spiders. You might hold a tiny, tiny spider first, and then you might slowly be closer or nearer to bigger spiders, right? And you'd slowly learn these spiders are not going to hurt me. So it's kind of the same with these different aspects of climbing or whatever sport it is you're doing. Like say you're a trail runner and or maybe a better example is a road biker and you're scared of the downhills. You don't go on the steepest downhill that's super windy and really scary straight away, right? You build your confidence and you slowly expose yourself to steeper and steeper hills on your bike. It's very easy in climbing to kind of overstress the nervous system, and it doesn't even have to be something that happens to you. Like if you have an accident, this is something that can really stress your nervous system. It can create fear memories. It can cause you to be more scared when you go back to climbing next time. But even just having friends who've had accidents or hearing stories or all of these things affect how we relate to the sports that we're doing. And they can cause anxiety, cause a stress response. So it's kind of about navigating all of that really. And there's not necessarily easy solutions, but I think the first thing to really think about is to go, how am I actually challenging myself in the sport? Am I underdoing it where I like don't challenge myself at all? Or am I overdoing it? Or am I getting it just right? And that's kind of like the start of fear management really, is actually building the self-awareness around, okay, how am I actually feeling in these moments? Am I going out and I'm scared shitless and I'm terrified and I'm having a bad time and I come away and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that again? Or am I going out and I'm bored because it's not even that exciting for me anymore? Or am I going out and I'm having this really fun day where it's like a little bit scary, it's a little bit challenging, but I'm totally managing it, And so just reflecting on your experiences and going, okay, how can I challenge myself in the best way